Hey, what is up guys? Flex Media here, bringing you another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Okay, so this topic comes up in the community every so often. For those of you guys who don't know, we're talking about these red coins, as you could probably tell, these red gacha coins. And how the system works is, for every 5 stones you spend, you get 1 red gacha coin, or, you know, more commonly, you're going to get 10 coins per multi. Because we don't do singles, right? That's crazy. Unless you're doing 10 in a row. But anyway, the unit has to have already been on a banner. And then when they come back for the second or the third, or, you know, etc., you can buy them with coins. So even if you get the shaft on the original banner and you don't pull the unit on the second banner, you can. So I want to go over who, in my opinion, you'll get your best value for in the coin shop. So let's start with what I think is going to be the very first banner, well, the next Dokkan Fest banner that we see, and that is the Trunks and Zamasu banner. Why do I think this is going to be the next one? Well, you know, there's one of 2 options. It's going to be this or the Piccolo banner. And I think that just after such a long dry spell on Global, because, I mean, even the Namek Goku banner was, you know, basically Namek Goku and the new AoE Frieza, they're good, of course, you know, but that was not really like a hype celebration. We haven't had anything that's hype. You know, short of the Namek Goku, we haven't had anything since the 300 million download. And that second half of the 300 million download, I mean, honestly, it wasn't anything. It wasn't anything special. Nothing we haven't seen 1,000 times in the past. The first half was amazing. But anyway, on these banners, there's a couple units that stick out. Excuse me. A couple units that stand out of who I think would be worthy of your coins. So let's start with the Extreme type banner, or the Zamasu banner, who is really good. You should summon on both these banners, by the way. It's a buy 3 get 1 free type of deal. So I think that you should use your coins on Super Saiyan Broly. So he is obviously the movie boss's category leader. Ki +3, attack 170, HP and defense 150, or full power, Ki +3, attack 150, HP and defense 130. So, you know, before he transforms, he's a really good AoE unit. So he's obviously really good for like World Tournament. I mean, Super Battle Road as well. You do have to protect him a little bit, particularly if he's up against type disadvantage. You're just dead if you get super attacked. And then post transformation, speaking of his transformation, it's unique in the sense that there is absolutely 0 restrictions on his transformation other than like a turn restriction. So after 4 turns from the start of battle, he's going to transform no matter what. You don't really see units like that anymore. Not really. Even the Namek Goku has a 70% HP restriction and 3 turn restriction. Okay. So anyway, he is oh yeah, and also, you know, something that's really cool about him, after he transforms, obviously he gets all of these guaranteed attacks afterwards. And considering he's a Fizz unit, he has the opportunity, even with 0 dupes, to potentially do 3 super attacks, which is really, really cool. So anyway, he is certainly worthy of your coins. He's an absolute monster. Let's move on to the Trunks banner of who I think would be worthy of your coins, and it's his movie heroes counterpart, of course. Super Saiyan Gogeta, who obviously transforms into Blue Gogeta. So he is the movie heroes category leader. Ki +3, attack 170, HP and defense 150, or the fusion category leader. Ki +3, attack 170, HP and defense 130. Anytime you have units that are dual category leaders, that automatically sets them up in my opinion, to be worthy of your coins. I mean, truthfully, it's just it gives them such a good advantage. You can run them. You can run so many units on their teams. So, and he's still giving the 170% attack buff, which is probably the more important attack buff. Or I'm sorry, just normal. I'm sorry. I'm getting my words twisted here. But that's the most important statistic to buff. There we go. So anyway, he transforms after 5 turns of the start of battle. And once he becomes blue, he becomes one of the best TURs in the game, and absolutely believe, man, he is one of the best. He has a 50% chance to dodge and a 100% chance to crit. He's good for any mode in the game. Even before he transforms, he's got a medium chance to dodge. He's just an absolute beast, and certainly worthy of your red coins. Okay, so again, this is the other banner that I think is coming. Well, before we move on to the next banner, a couple other notable units that I would not recommend using your coins on. So like on these Trunks and Zamasu banners, so for instance, like you'll have like let's see, Tech Vegito Blue. I mean, he's been on so many banners. I just I don't know. I don't see a reason to. Everyone should probably, if you do any summoning on the big banners, you should probably have a copy of Tech Vegito Blue. Evolution Blue Vegeta, everyone should probably have a copy of him. If you were like a whale and you have the coins available, and you're gonna save up 400 coins or 500 coins, soon, then yeah, if you want your last copy of SSBE Vegeta, I get it. Okay, go rainbow your Vegeta, move on, whatever, but it doesn't make any sense to use to me, it doesn't make any sense to use coins on those guys when they're on so many banners. I mean, let's just say, I don't know the numbers here, so forgive me, but let's say we get 10 Dokkan Fest banners, and the majority of them are Heroes units, or Super units. I mean, geez, he's going to be on at least 3 or 4 of them. I mean, at least. He'll probably be on more. So, anyway, that was a bit of a tangent there. Let's move on to the next banner. The Piccolo banner. Piccolo himself, he's a very good unit. I would certainly recommend, depending, now, the caveat is depending when his banner drops, I would recommend summoning for him, particularly if you pull Nail as well, and you're able to get Piccolo's transformation. He becomes like Blue Gogeta or Broly level. But again, you obviously won't be able to get him with your coins, because it's the first time on it's his own banner, first time on the banner. So there's one unit that stands out where I think you could probably say, yes, he is worthy of my coins, and it's this guy, AGL Metal Kura. He is the Wicked Bloodline category leader, Ki +3, attack, HP, and defense 170%, or Extreme AGL type, Ki +3, attack and defense +90%. He's really cool. Obviously, he causes immense damage. He's Dokkan Fest. And he's going to lower attack and defense on his super attack. I believe he raises attack upon getting hit. I'm pretty sure. I'll double check that. But he does raise his attack. He gets stronger throughout the fight. And honestly, like, he was probably the first unit with these renaissance of super, like, really stunning super attack animations. I mean, he's really cool, and he's a unit I wish I could have pulled on his first banner, but you can't get lucky every time. So I've strongly considered, using my own coins to get him when Piccolo's banner comes around. Some notable exceptions, I think, that I would not use my coins on, again, are units that are going to pop up 100 times, and that would be like transforming Vegeta. He's going to be on, 100 banners in the future. I just would not bother. You will pull him. It took me, I didn't pull Transforming Vegeta on his first banner. On the second banner he was on, I pulled him like 3 times. You know, so it's just like, it's just, that's how it goes sometimes. You don't get lucky on the first banner all the time. It took me a bunch of summons to finally pull 1 copy of Namek Goku, and then other people pull them, you know, 3 times in 3 multis, and it's like, ugh, you know, but it's just the way it be. But so I would not recommend getting, you know, Transforming Vegeta. Another unit I would not get would be Turles. He's also on this banner. He's going to be on a bunch of banners in the future. Now, he went 13 months without appearing on Global for the second time. You know, so, and that was the 4-year anniversary. He was on, what, Vegeta's banner, I believe. So he went a very, very long time between his original banner and the next time he showed up. But I'm pretty sure he's on, you know, he's going to be on many banners in the future. He'll probably be on this upcoming banner with this new Cooler unit on JP, who looks absolutely amazing, by the way. He's one of the best units in the game, for sure. You know, a topic for another video, of course. But moving on, this is the banner that I think you're going to be best suited to spend your coins on. And it is the Tanabata, or the Thank You Celebration banner. Now, the thing about these banners, they're unique in that there's like 20 featured units on them. So like 20 featured Dokkan Fest exclusive units. But really, there's only just a few that you want. And let's start off with, and you can kind of see which ones I'm talking about. They are the headliners of the banners, and they are Dokkan Fest LRs. And here's the first one. AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He is the Goku's family leader. Ki +3, attack and HP 170, defense 130. Or Super AGL type, Ki +3, attack, HP, and defense 120. He's super powerful. You know, he's obviously got those huge LR stats, colossal and mega colossal damage. On his 12 key super, he's going to massively raise his defense, which in my opinion makes him far more viable than his counterpart, the SS4 Vegeta, who only raises his attack on 12 key super. So what that means is Goku is going to be able to take a hit after he super attacks, even a 12 key super. And Vegeta, you have to get him an 18 key super for him to be viable. They both raise their attack and defense on 18 key supers. But anyway, he's really, really good. He gets 4 key per AGL key sphere, and then he gets 3 key per rainbow key sphere. So getting him, you know, a 24 key super just takes a little tiny cluster of orbs. You know, if you are able to, let's just say you get, if you have 1 key link active, you know, like Prepared for Battle or something, or GT, and then you get 3 AGL orbs and a rainbow orb, he's gonna 24 key super, which is just, it's a huge part of their card. It's so good. And then they can counter super attacks. I mean, he's got an active skill that's just a super powerful attack. Probably, to this day, probably the best active skill in the game. He's just really, really good. And I think what sets him apart from the next unit we're going to talk about is, like I mentioned before, he raises his defense massively on his 12 key super. So that just makes him a little more, a little less of a, you know, of a liability on defense. So let's move on to the next unit on the same banner, and that is the SS4 Vegeta, the STR one. He's the Vegeta's family category leader. Ki +3, attack and defense 170%, HP 130, or Super STR type, Ki +3, attack, HP, and defense 120. You know, again, he's still really, really good, so I'm not trying to knock Vegeta at all. He's just not quite as good as Goku. Now, in a long event, so let's say like the Legendary Goku event, he's actually able to get his attack and defensive stat a little bit higher than Goku. So what's different is in the start of battle, Vegeta gets he gets 80% defense, and then he builds up his offense over 4 turns, I think. And then Goku's the opposite. He starts out with all of his offense. So in the end, Vegeta is able to get a little bit higher of an attack stat and a little bit higher of a defensive stat. But again, that's for long battles, so I just don't want you guys to get it twisted. So all of the same things apply to this Vegeta unit, except for the aforementioned one of the difference between the 12 key super for both units. But they are both, if you were able to pull one and not the other on the 4-year anniversary banners, I think there's no question they would be a great choice for your coins. Now, in my opinion, the best unit, and this is going to go overall for the entire list, the best unit to use your red coins on is this guy. Well, these guys here. Also on the Tanabata banner. This is LR, Gohan, and Goten. I believe it's Gohan Teen and Goten Youth. Siblings Bond, category leader, key +4, which is big. Attack 170, HP and defense 150, or Goku's family, key +3, attack 170, HP and defense 130. So they are an absolute beast. They stack their attack, defense, and key on attacks. They're just unbelievable. And they can hit so hard. If you get one dupe in them and they can do additional attacks, because tech units can only get crit at 55%. So if you can get one dupe in them, they can potentially do 3 super attacks in 1 turn. And, if you get them, let's just say an 18 key super, and you hit for, I don't know, pretty easily, you'll after a couple turns, you'll hit for a 4 million attack stat. You could then get 2 additional attacks for 2 million apiece. It's just like it's insane. It's insane. And they have a much higher ceiling of how much damage they can do than that, but that's just like kind of a quick example. And their categories, this is for sure, without question, the best unit on Global, in my opinion. And a lot of it has to do with their category lead. That Siblings Bond category is sickening. Between them, they have Dokkan Fest Beerus and LR Beerus and Whis. That is one of the most deadly combos in the game. They have all the Goku's family units. You can indeed run LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku on their team, with that Goku's family category lead. So, and they're still giving 170% attack, which is, again, the best stat boost that you can. That's the statistic you want to boost the most. I don't know why I can't spit that out today. So anyway, these guys are it. These guys are the bee's knees. They're the best unit on Global. Until LR, Kale, and Caulifla get here, they just are. So anyway, there's one more banner that's coming out. I don't think it's going to drop this year. I think it'll be into January or February potentially. And that is this banner here, this Future Gohan unit, who is really, really good. You're going to want to summon on that. He brings a new category into the game. It's the the Master Student Bond category. So a bunch of really good units on there. But there's one unit that has only been on Global one time. He used to be a Global exclusive unit. And JP now has actually got him 2 times in a shorter span than Global has got him once. So, Global Shaft is just a real thing, and no one can deny it at this point. But anyway, let's move on from that. I don't want to be salty. It's this guy here. Tech Hit. He is the Universe 6 category leader. Key +3, attack, HP, and defense 170%. Or Universal Survival Saga, key +3, attack, HP, and defense 150%. Now this guy, I would say the main reason why you want this guy, yes, it can give you a little more diversity on the Universal Survival Saga team. The Universe 6 team, it's good. It's good on JP. Particularly because they have a lot of free-to-play options. Global basically you can't even really run this team. Number one, because no one has this fucking unit, because it's only showed up once in 10 months. It's shown up once. I mean, it's ridiculous. So sorry. I'm a little salty about that. So that's the main reason though why I would recommend your red coins on this guy, is for the simple fact of it seems as though he's one of the more rare units in the game because of the infrequency he shows up on banners. So and he's one of the also the rare Dokkan Fest exclusive TURs that can hit above a 4 million attack stat. So I mean, he can hit like an effing truck. Now his defense is another story. If you're not getting him stuns, he does have a medium chance to stun on his super attack. If you're not getting him stuns, or you're not one-shotting the enemy, you do have a fair chance of getting touched up a bit. Particularly like in a difficult event like Super Battle Road or Legendary Goku event, I would never recommend bringing him. So anyway, that is the one I would pick on that banner, on that Future Gohan banner. And there's one caveat. I could see them changing up some of the upcoming banners a little bit, particularly on the Tanabata banner. There's just no guarantee, so this is kind of like my one, like, call it like an asterisk, if you will, if they change the banner up. I think they could potentially put this next guy on the Tanabata banner as a featured unit. But we shall see, because it's been a long time since he's shown up on Global. As I've mentioned, Turles, it took 13 months. Tech hit, we're not going to see him probably for a full entire year before we see him again, or possibly 13 months. But it's this guy here. And it's this Kid Goku, or Kid Goku, excuse me, or the Goku Youth. He is the DB Saga Ki plus 3, attack HP and defense 170%, or Youth category lead, Ki plus 3 HP attack and defense plus 150%. This guy's really, really good. He builds up his defense every single turn, so he's going to get stronger as the battle goes on. I believe also his defense, he's got that LR Bojack effect where the lower your HP is, the higher your defense gets, so he's really good later in events, maybe if you're out of items or something like that. He's going to be able to tank really well. He's going to be able to hit, above a 3 million attack stat. He's got an active skill with, it's basically, there's really no restrictions on it. You just have to be below, I think, 59% HP, I think. It's either 59 or 58, not that it really matters. It's, splitting hairs there, but... So he's got a really powerful active skill. And also, I mean, the active skill animation is one of the better ones in the game. He's just really cool. The only problem with him is his categories are a bit limited. Honestly, you'd probably be better off running him on, like, a Pure Saiyans team. Or something like that, because the DB Saga, to be honest, is pretty weak, along with the youth category. They've got some decent units, I would say, but nothing crazy. Like, they've got the new LR Goku and Bulma, the free-to-play one. So there are some fine units, but, again, his categories just aren't that great, the ones he leads. Now, what that means is there's a lot of room for growth in the future. So they will assuredly add many, many, many more units onto this category. Both of these categories. So anyway, that is the one caveat I would say to this whole entire list. If you can find this guy, if he shows up on a banner, I wouldn't necessarily say it's the worst thing to get him. Because in the end, this is a mobile card game. And it's kind of like for collection purposes, you want them all, at least one copy, right? I would, however, recommend, so if they do indeed put him on the Tanabata banner, which I don't know if they will or won't, we'll see. I would say at that point, you're going to want to pick up one of those Dokkan Fest LRs. Now, the only thing is, they're going to be an extra 100 coins, so it's going to be 2,000 stones worth of summons, which I know sounds like a ton, but 2,000 stones worth of summons to get 400 coins. So you can get that, honestly, like during the big celebrations, you could probably get that in just a couple months. I mean, I know that now the rest of the year, yeah, I get it. Saving up 2,000 stones is hard. And saving up these coins can really test your resolve, especially when maybe there's an easy A unit you don't have or whatever. But I would certainly recommend save your coins for particularly LR Gohan and Goten, or one of the SS4s. And that's the video, guys. I kind of just wanted to give you my opinion on who you should spend your red coins on. Listen, I wanted to let you guys know I'm coming out with content every single day. I'm making new videos every single day, for you guys and for me, but for you guys. So like, comment, subscribe, do all of those good things, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.